Our guest for this segment is Dermot Smurfit, who is the CEO of GAN, a capital G, capital A, capital N, formerly Game Account Networks. It's a London-listed company, but it's headquartered here in Las Vegas.
That's correct.
And Dermot, your company's been through a number of businesses related to interactive gaming, which you could describe, but one of your main initiatives in the United States is what you call simulated gaming. So maybe you can give us a little profile of GAN and then talk to us about simulated gaming and how it's doing and what its future is.
No problem. It'd be a pleasure to do that. So GAN is an enterprise software platform that provides a range of business services principally to American casinos. I'm delighted to state that we have 14 casinos, major casino groups, many of them, as clients of ours here in the United States from coast to coast. Our epicenter, our center of gravity, has been simulated gaming since 2014. However, as real money gaming has ramped significantly, particularly in New Jersey, that center of gravity has shifted relatively recently, and with the advent of internet sports betting, which we delivered to our clients as well, integrated into our platform, we foresee significant growth in the real money gaming side of our business going forwards.
Sports betting is the hot word this year in the United States.
Yes, sir.
And GAN has been active in that. Tell us what your role is. Tell us what a platform is, because I think as we discussed prior to this, there's some confusion about
That's right.
that. And then how do you see sports betting playing out both for your company, but also industry-wide?
Absolutely, thank you. So the critical understanding about what is a platform is a concept of the account, a regulated real money gambling account which gamblers deposit money into and withdraw from. And the platform comes with more than just an account. It comes with a payment processing platform that allows the gamblers to deposit and withdraw using a wide variety of methods. And of course, European platforms, when we made landfall in 2013, realized the rule book had been largely torn up in the United States. It was a very difficult environment for processing credit cards. I think that's widely understood. Broadly speaking, 25% of credit card payment processing transactions were successful, so 3 out of 4 were failing back in 2013, and today, the GAN platform that has invested a considerable amount of energy, intellectual capital, and financial capital in order to resolve those issues is processing payments way in excess of 90% success rates, which has made an extraordinary difference to our clients, including Paddy Power Betfair, who, despite not owning a casino property in Atlantic City, New Jersey, has prospered and built a substantial internet casino business and is in fact ranked the #2 online casino by gross gaming revenues, according to Eilers-Fantini, and that's a substantial achievement that we are extremely proud of, that an unknown brand, betfaircasino.com, has prospered on the back of all of the problems that we've solved over nearly a 5-year time period.
We have seen since sports betting, a few months ago, everybody speculated as to what the U.S. Supreme Court would do. And what they did is they opened the floodgates. And
Yep.
We've seen an enormous amount of activity. And in addition to that activity on the legislative side, we have seen a pent-up demand by consumers. One of the things that we talked about in an earlier segment with Joe Asher from William Hill is this photograph that's going around of this enormous crowd of people at Ocean Casino in Atlantic City for the McGregor fight this past weekend. How do you look at the size of the sports betting industry in the United States as it develops?
Okay, well, historically there's been a fair degree of cynicism amongst the casino executive and casino equipment manufacturer executive classes centered here in Las Vegas, Nevada. The cynicism about sports betting is this: it's small. It's only 3% of Nevada's revenues in the retail channel, and it's seriously risky and volatile. You can lose your shirt with sports betting. The truth is somewhat more nuanced than that. We believe outside of a major destination market such as Las Vegas, the retail gross sports betting opportunity in revenue terms is approximately 10% of a typical regional casino's gross gaming revenue. However, online, it's substantially more interesting, and I believe online will challenge and exceed retail sports betting in New Jersey in relatively short order. And that's very difficult for a lot of people to understand and appreciate. We launched internet sports betting by integrating IGT sports betting application into our gambling platform and launching that for Paddy Power Betfair's FanDuel brand, the daily fantasy sports operator that they acquired for $158 million earlier on in this year. We launched on the 1st of September. It's fair to say that that pent-up demand was significant, and I think the numbers that will be published later on this week will demonstrate the significance of that demand, because accessibility and convenience through your mobile phone renders the retail channel just one of the ways that sports betting enthusiasts can put their money on. And I think over time, just as in Europe, online sports betting, unfettered online sports betting, where you can register, open your account, deposit online, withdraw online, and place your bets remotely, in the European-esque model, which is pioneered in New Jersey right now today and is only really less than 2 months old, that model will dominate the landscape. I think there's a significant educational cycle required within the industry for people to understand and appreciate the scale of demand, particularly amongst mass market sports bettors, that will only begin to be revealed between now and the end of the year.
We have a lot of companies that hardly even heard of the United States of America a year ago that are here now, from Sweden, from the UK, all saying they're going to grab a bit of this sports betting market. And every day there are announcements by more companies.
Yeah.
How do you see it shaking out as the market matures?
Well, I think it's extremely difficult for new technology providers such as GAN to enter the market. I think there's an extraordinary amount of learning, the accumulation of operational grit that you can only accumulate through the actual doing, by actually solving payments, by optimizing geolocation, by optimizing what's called the conversion funnel if you're a digital marketing person. All of those things have been dealt with by GAN for its clients, and one of the reasons that we remain one of the leading independent internet gambling platforms. And you asked me a question about what is a platform. A platform is more than just an account, and it's absolutely not an e-wallet. An e-wallet is like PayPal. A regulated gambling account is an incredibly difficult technical construct, and it needs to be supported by a wide range of functions and tools, specifically something called a player account management system, or a PAM. And a PAM is something that customer services agents use to query the accounts and deal with any customer, whether it's a sports customer or a casino player online, to deal with their queries. And furthermore, if the marketing people, if they want to undertake marketing campaigns or set up bonusing systems, which are incredibly intricate and Byzantine in nature, they have to use the PAM. So the back office is probably one of the more, if not essential, components of an internet gambling platform. And we look at sports betting like it's content. It's like plugging in a remote gaming server stuffed full of casino games. It's simply another form of content that you publish through the websites, through the mobile apps, for the end users to interact with. And all of it feeds back to a single account held within the GAN platform. Is that helpful?
Yes, yes it is, thank you. You are publicly traded in London.
Yes, sir.
What would you like investors to best understand about GAN?
So enterprise software platforms take an extraordinary amount of capital to get to the point where they have enough customers or clients running on the platform that we achieve an inflection point of both EBITDA and positive free cash flow. And that's what we believe we have offered to our investors as part of our outlook statement through our interim results, which we delivered approximately 10 days ago. GAN, in the second half of the current calendar year, has added Ocean Resort Casino as our second real money casino client in New Jersey. We've launched internet sports betting for one of perhaps the largest sports betting first brands operating in the market today. That's FanDuel, owned by Paddy Power Betfair. And we have Parx Casino to bring online the dominant land-based casino operator in Pennsylvania when that market starts early in 2019. All of these activities, combined with all of the historical activities and ongoing activities for simulated gaming clients, coast to coast from Southern California all the way through to Atlantic City itself, simulated gaming plus our real money regulated gaming gets us to the point of generating substantial growth in revenue, EBITDA, and positive cash flow in 2019 and beyond.
Okay, great. Final question. Look, things have changed so much in the last few years. If you take out your crystal ball and look ahead 2 or 3 or 4 years, what will GAN look like?
Gosh, that's a complicated question. So let's assume, and I think it's reasonable to assume, that the pace of regulation will continue. let's assume that within the next 2 or 3 years, other major highly populous states like Illinois and Michigan and New York State will have regulated. I think it's also fair to assume that these large states will follow the model of both New Jersey and Pennsylvania in regulating not just retail sports betting, but online sports betting and online gaming as well. That creates an incredible environment for GAN to serve the very, very strong levels of demand that we already see today, both from our existing clients and capturing new perishable opportunities in the forms of land-based casinos who suddenly are presented with this significant challenge. They can move online. They can see the numbers are material, meaningful, and the profit opportunity is very real. And they can see that from the numbers that have and will continue to emerge and grow strongly from New Jersey and next year in Pennsylvania. They still need the technology. They still need not just the technology, but a service provider like GAN who can deliver soup to nuts, turnkey internet gambling services. We have the technology, we have the know-how, and we don't compete with the core customer audience, the land-based casino operator of America, that we seek to serve and have already served extremely well over the last 5 years.
It's very informative, Dermot. Thank you. Also want to thank you because GAN is one of the sponsors of our content here at G2E. And every year we get more and more views as we've created, I think, an institution with these CEO one-on-one interviews and our at-booth demo interviews. So thank you for that support.
You're very welcome, and thank you.
Okay. Thanks again.